The establishment of the light. Shambhala was founded thousands of years ago by 32 celestial visitors or cosmic minds when they saw the darkness hovering over the planet. To these masters of light, who would have referred Thoth, the Atlantean, in the Emerald Tablets when he said, 32 children of light are there, who have come to live among humanity, seeking to free them from the slavery of the darkness trapped by evil forces. The starship that brought the 32 messengers to establish Shambhala in today's Gobi Desert was designed, in fact, for 33 space travelers. Each master was representative of a cosmic civilization. But as Civilization 33 within the spatial order, corresponding to the constellation of Orion, was in the midst of an internal armed conflict. The hierarchy didn't allow to come a representative of that cluster of stars for more than obvious reasons. Being so, a human being replaced Orion as civilization number 33. This will happen when the Earth finally climbs to the top sphere that from the beginning it has been reserved. Here, then, the symbolism of return, Chintamani's stone or the stone of Orion to Shambhala, with its intrinsic meaning to restore light to an interrupted order. Not surprisingly, the number 33 is immersed in the life of human beings. And not surprisingly, Jesus, the supreme human, lived his death and resurrection at the age of 33 years. Number 33 represents the spiritual victory through the struggle of opposites, which leads us to seal our sacred mission as a human race. The symbolism of this inner struggle is also seen in the Bhagavad Gita Purana, ancient Indian texts, which reads, "The gods appeared in their flying vehicles to witness the battle between Kriparaka and Arjuna. Even Indra, the Lord of Heaven, came riding on a flying space vehicle for up to 33 divine beings." Already in the first book, Masters of Payati, I made extensive reference to the traditions and legends of many countries of the world who talk about Shambhala and the masters of the intraterrestrial world. Time has not erased the memory of their existence in Central Asia and its ramifications in the world. For example, Hindus known Avaryashna, the land where the Vedas were originated. The Chinese call Xiaiten the Western paradise of Sui Wangmu, the Great Mother of the West. The ancient Russian believers, just to give a not-so-known European example, called it Belovoidia in the 19th century. Many people on Earth even think that Shambhala is the source of where Eastern religion started, whether it's Hinduism, Buddhism, and Taoism. Lao Tzu himself believed in Shambhala, although he called her the land of taboo. In addition, ancient Tibetan texts openly mentioned her as a physical spiritual reality. Books like Vajrayana White, The Blue Anais, The Road to Shambhala, and The Sphere of Shambhala, all written by lamas, have opened the mystery in the West. Giving a quick look at ancient texts found in the Epic of Gilgamesh, that the Sumerian hero legendary visits the ancestor Utnapishtim in the interior of the earth, the same place where the soul of Orpheus seeks Euryside. Thousands of years later, Christopher Columbus, during his trip to America, heard stories of enormous underground passages around the West Indies. Supposedly, the Genovese navigator heard these stories in the Caribbean by the year 1493. Exploring the Indian traditions, we find clear allusions to those that evoke lost kingdoms, connected with Shambhala. In the sacred Kalapa north of the Himalayas inhabit the great yogis, men with supernatural faculties and belonging to an underground spiritual brotherhood in this region. Exists the great mountain that once formed part of a mysterious island that was in the Gobi Desert, but then it was covered by water. In China, references to this hidden world are no less important. According to Andrew Thomas in the book Shambhala, Oasis of Light in 1976, for centuries the monarchs of Pekin sent to the mountains monks Nanshan and Kunlun to consult the spirits of the mountains in critical situations. This reminds us suspiciously the ancient customs of the Incas of going to the mountains to talk to the Apis. Maybe we're not the mountains, but the one who lived in its depths, who responded to consultations. To think a little more, we face the testimony of a Quechua Indian who around 1844 told in confidence when dying to a Peruvian priest the existence of a system of tunnels under the Andes. As we'll discuss later, the activity of the White Brotherhood is concentrated now in America as part of a collective planetary awakening that will be stimulated from the Andes, as initially took place in the Himalayas. References to intraterrestrial world and his inhabitants are overwhelming, from the appearance of Melchizedek, priest of the highest order, in the Bible to Abraham, to the legend of Priest John, an alleged emperor of the remote lands of India, which aroused the curiosity of Pope Alexander III to send a long and intriguing letter which described the fabulous interior kingdom.